My name is Jose. I work for Applewood and I'm Tigran's project manager. My day starts around 6:10 in the morning. I wake up, get ready, grab my coffee, and start driving around. So we're here at the first job site, and you guys are gonna see what I do every day. So we're here at this first site, and usually the first thing that I do is talk to the crew lead. I'm usually trying to find out where they are, what they're doing, if they have any questions, have they spoken to the house owner, make sure they like everything we're doing. Yeah, very simple stuff like that. So yes, if they have any questions, try to find the answer. If we got to get a hold of Tigran and confirm the material that we're using or something like that, then that's when I step in. So I was here this morning and Cesar brought out to my attention that the homeowner wanted more lights. That's why you see those blue tapes. That's the extra lights that he wants. So now we got to put that into that bid and make sure everybody in the office knows, Tigran knows, so we can charge for those too. So that's what the owner wants, simple fix. So as a project manager's responsibility, if they're going to add something, make sure the customers agree with it and make sure that he knows we're putting that extra, because remember, any extra stuff we bring into the project is going to cost them more money. So we got to make sure that they agree with it before we do it and then find out that they don't want it on the job. Like I said, talk to your crew leads. Well, especially what I do, talk to my crew leads, because we were waiting for the other crew to finish the deck. Now that the decks are done, we can continue grading and find out the, like right here, you see these lines, that's the finish grade. Now we're starting to clean up so we can start bringing out base rock and then start doing the layout for the rest of the stuff. Most of the stuff here is going to be turf, concrete steppers, and then we're going to put a trampoline right on the center of the patio right there. Then we still got to do this. The drain, it has to go all the way to the street. We got to dig it out, and then we got to call the city. It needs to pass inspection. So once we do all that, we should be done with all this job. So it's probably going to take another month and a half. So it depends how the weather is doing. And you know, when you're doing a great job, when the homeowners leaves you snacks. See, the homeowner left us the snacks to the crew. And one of the bench will be a crew lead that you can come in, take whatever you want, and take off. So in this big area right here, there's going to be some concrete steppers going all the way across right here. Right here is going to be a circular shaped concrete. We're going to put a fire pit there. The fire pit is going to be controlled by the propane tank. And right here is where we're going to start digging for the trampoline that they want us to put in here. So we got to dig about probably 16 by 8 and 3 feet down. So it's going to be a lot of digging here. The thing too about being a project manager, before you show up to the job site, you got to know what the blueprints are. And you got to study them. Make sure you know what they're doing. So whenever they have questions, you got the answers. If you can't get the answer from yourself from what you saw in the blueprint, I can reach out to Tigran, or I can reach out to the designer and ask him what's going on here. Talk to the homeowner, and he wants to do any modification on the blueprint or anything like that. So always keep yourself ahead. Read the blueprints, understand the blueprints, so that if they have any questions, you know about it. And the thing about project manager, we got 3 crews in this job with Applewood. So I got to know about the 3 blueprints that we have going on right now. So whenever they have a question, at least I know what they're talking about. Always try to be prepared. It is hard sometimes to get ahead, but you, as a project manager, you have to be ahead, okay? So always do your homework. Look at the blueprints. Usually I do it at nighttime when I go home. Get my computer, start looking at them, and start understanding everything. Try to get the measurements. So whenever they ask me about measurements, I get to my phone, take out the app, look at it, and I can know what they're talking about. So the program that I really like to use when I'm reading the blueprints is Adobe Acrobat. The reason I like it is because I can do it at home, take the measurements, find out the measurements, and then send it to the phone. They have a cloud system, and they got an app. So when I get to the job site, I don't need to start carrying my laptop. I just go to my phone, download at home whatever I put on the cloud and whatever changes I did on the blueprint. So whenever I come here, I can easily go into it and find what the blueprints. You guys can see right here. And that's how I find out what the guys want to need the next day. And I could be ahead of them and find out any questions they have. And then double check on the measurement. That's the way that I know what they're talking about. So we're done on this job site. Now we're going to go to another job site when I got two crew members right there that we need to help them so they can wrap it up and come to this job site. So we got to drive. Hey, wait, do they want this way? And now we give them gloves. So right now we're going to this other job site that we did on 2020. This job site was started by another company, but it went sour. When I mean sour, it went bad. Like the customer wasn't happy with whoever came in and did the job for them. So we took over and we repaired a couple pavers and stuff. The driveway, we repaired it. We did the whole driveway again. And since we got good communication with him and he liked the way that we work, he hired us to do a small job. Probably anybody can do it, but he's really happy with us and he was looking forward to give this job. So we'll show you guys. We did a fence and now we just clean our gutters, his gutters. We usually don't clean gutters. That's not part of our job, but since we got, like I said, we got a good communication with them. We're doing that for him, and then we're doing a little couple things. So right now we're gonna meet 2 of our guys right here that they're doing some of the work, and we're gonna help them out. So we can take off probably in an hour and a half. So we here with that the job site that I told you guys. We had to take all these apart because they had a big old hump. And whenever the cars used to drive in, they used to hit the bumper. And the homeowner, I think he went through like 2 or 3 bumpers. And he saw us working in the other house. And he asked us if we can come and do a bid on it, take everything out and fix it. And we did that for him. And then he hired us to do a couple other things that the other company didn't do right. So we were doing a couple labor and material. I think that was what we did here. And now we're back again after 4 years. You guys have any other way? So back in the 2020, when we first came in here, we used to work on the neighbor's house. We were doing a driveway, concrete driveway. And then he saw us over there and he came out and approached us and asked us about if we could come to his house, take a look of the project that was unfinished. And so what we did, it only was 50% done. So we finished his barbecue. The steps that you guys see, the landing from the steps, you see guys, there's bullnose. We did this right here. We put the bullnose. It used to be pavers all the way over here. That looked terrible. And then he just called us a couple months ago. All this, the barbecue, the fire pit that used to run by the propane tanks. Whoever did this job took them away from doing a gas line all the way to the barbecue and the fire pit. That should have been the great idea. Now, since they took them out of it, and then he got tired of changing those propane tanks, he asked us if we can take the pavers out, run a new line. And you guys see now, there's a natural gas line now. That cost him more than he should have done it the first time. Will probably end up costing him $7,000. I think it cost him a little more than $20,000 this time. So that's the thing that we came here, and then he asked us if we can clean the gutters. We cleaned the gutters. There's a mat right here on the front that he wants us to secure. That mat right there to get into the driveway, we got to secure that one. It got loose, and we did the epoxy too on the garage. So we did that for him too. And like I said, most of the stuff we did here, we usually not do. What I mean not do is epoxy, cleaning gutters. But he said, you know what? You guys here for the material and labor, might as well do it. You guys can do it for me. And like I said, we got good communication with the customer. So we decided to do it. Yep. I got to put those bolts over here. So we got to put the anchor bolts. We did the pre-drilling yesterday. Today we just got to put epoxy, put this on, and call it a day. What we're doing, we're cleaning them out so they have less dust that they can have, so we can put some epoxy, put the anchor bolt, and secure this mat. So what we're using here is going to be anchor bolts, but just to make sure everything gets tight in there, we're going to use epoxy, and then we're going to put them in. Like that. Ah, puto campana. And even if you're a project manager, you gotta help your crew. Like right here, we want to finish today, so it looks simple, but they need more hands, so I gotta do it. And there's another job that we're gonna do that something went wrong and we gotta go fix it. So I want to take care of it by myself. So that's another thing that I do here. Whenever it's a small job that needs to be required, needs to be fixed, and I can do it, I just do it myself instead of taking people from other crews. So being a project manager, it's not only about managing people, it's about getting your hands dirty too, once in a while. So that's what I'm doing right now. So we're all done. Let's go to the next one. So right now we're going to this house that we did 3 years ago. There's a problem there, but it's something that I can do. So instead of having one of my guys from one of the crews go to the site and fix it, if I can do it myself, just take care of it and deal with it, then bother somebody from another crew. As a project manager, sometimes the sites are close together. This site that we just came from is like 35 minutes away from the other sites. And then plus right now we got a call, like I said, a couple of days ago, of a house that we did 3 years ago. And there's something that I can do. So as a project manager, if I can do it, I might as well just do it. Now we're going to our next job. There's nobody in there. That's a job that we already did. One of the pipes was leaking, so I had to go there. I think it was like 3 days ago. But then the homeowner told me, hey, my irrigation system is not working. Can you check it out? So I took a look, find the problem. The problem was the controller. So since we provided the controller, we sold it to him. We can go back to the provider that sold it to us and told them about the issue, and then he just gave us a new one. That's the good thing when the homeowners wants to get all the stuff through us, but the controller, I think they have a 5-year warranty. And since we buy so many, we got good communication with our provider. Our driver just takes it in there, talks to them, and they supply us with a new one.
One of the benefits of going to site one is that we have a very good relationship with them. I know the managers, I know the leads, all the way down to the yard guys. So when buying material, it makes things easier. I can explain to them that I'm taking this kind of material, but I can also call them by their name. It's more personal.
So now we're going there to change the ratio. That's the sprinkler controller system to a brand new one, and program it again, connect to the Wi-Fi, have it ready so the customer could be happy. Even though we're not charging for this, it's something we want to do so we can keep a good communication with our customer, and plus a good reputation for the company. So this is what we're going to change in this job. I'm going to put a new Pro Series ratio, and let me show you guys. So this is a controller, the ones that we use. The good thing about this one, we connect the valves here and we just download the app and we program the system here, and then you just forget about it. You can do everything through an app, and it just makes everything simple. All right, let's go install it. So on this job, before I took the old one, I make sure to take pictures of the color bulb, because every single wire right here, that means it's a bulb. And right now we got 2 set of wires. So right now, if I haven't taken any pictures how it was set up before, I would not have no idea which one is which one. So what we're gonna do right now, take out my old pictures that I took out from the old one, and then start reconnecting everything. So we got the green one, yellow, we finished installing the ratio, water's running, we checked everything, so let's go to the other job. So now we get into the 4th job site. Here we're just gonna go check out the guys, talk to them, and there's not much here to do, just make sure, just for me to know what they're doing, and that's it. So we're just here just to see what they're doing and if they need anything. Okay, so now we're here at this job. As you guys can see right here, this driveway is eventually it's gonna be a paver driveway. It's gonna have a little pathway right here going to the house, to the door of the house. And we just see that machine, that's this wish at 3000. That area right there is gonna be a patio made of pavers too. So what they're doing right now, they're grading, they're making sure we got the right levels and take out enough dirt that we need to take out, and so we can start doing the same thing that we did here. Put in geotech and measure up. And what we learned with the time is like cheap insurance, always put geotech. And if you do concrete and you do pavers, you always go with geotech. So that will help you support it and keep it more steady and prevent future sinking. So just do this. It's a cheap insurance. So while we're here, I'm gonna check with the guys if everything's running all right, if they have any question, and if they need anything. They're gonna hate me, dude. You guys are gonna see they install the backflow. This is a water preventive that when you run in your system, your irrigation system, it prevents for any backflow going through your house and make a separate kind of pressure inside the house, and can break the pipes inside your house. So this is a good idea to do it when you're doing your irrigation in the front of the house or the back of the house. When you shut up the system, usually water backs up a little bit, and if it runs through this here, this is gonna prevent it. Otherwise, you don't have this one, you can go run through it, go inside your house and break a pipe. So we're now at Martin's job site. This should be almost our last stop. So we're just gonna see what they need, or if they need anything, and what we can do for them. Pumita, Chagurki Martin. So on this job site, what we're doing, you guys can see Martin and his crew did the steps. They're already done. They have a strip light underneath them, so whenever nighttime comes in, you can see the steps. There's a little walkway. This is gonna be a turf area, and let's go to the back and see what they're doing back there. ¿Por qué no mejor agarra la de la otra, güey? Con menos de 3/4. Olivita de 3/4, mira. Oh, ¿de 10 así?
No, así, de aquí.
Oh.
Va a sobrar esta tira. Porque la...
Tú lo vas a poner.
¿Quiere media aquí, la señora?
So right here on this area back here, you guys can see we did the concrete walkway, concrete patio, concrete steppers. And you guys see the pavers over there, the paver patio. And this area right here is going to be turf. Turf right here, and the little 6-inch gaps in here is going to be turf. There's going to be a planter. It's going to be covered with stucco, and the cap is going to be this one's right here, the MSI porcelain. That's going to be sitting as a cap. At the beginning, they were asking for a light in the bottom, but we didn't get into a good pricing, so we're just going to put the top. It's going to look good. And then, yeah, and that's what we're doing. And right now, I got with them, talked to them how we're going to lay out the grass, the turf, how much we're going to order, and how to maximize every single cut so we can order just the right amount. Ahí también tienes de mano, ¿no, güey? Tienes de mano también de grinder, ¿no? También tienes de grinder, güey. One of the guys is trying to resurface a concrete spot, and they're doing it with the normal blade. I'm gonna show you right now. There's some other blades that we use to resurface to take out the roughness of the top, so we can, like, when they lay out the cap, it'll be nice and smooth. He didn't have none on the trailer, but I think I have one on the truck. So this is the blade that he's gonna use better. What it does is gonna take all the exceed concrete and make it smooth again. ¿Lleva ese, güey? Sí, güey. Han dicho, no quiero ese desmadre, pinche Martín, ya ves, güey. Quítale ese, pero va a tener que ponérselo al otro, güey.
No, pero va a tener este con aquel también, ¿no?
No, nomás este. Sí, güey. Pues déjame quito esta madre primero. Ya no voy a quitarla. So I just finished talking to the guys. I had a problem with one of the saws. We fixed it. So now let's go to the next one. So one advice to when you become project manager, remember I got to deal with 3 crew leads. I got to deal with my driver too. And usually once in a while we get into a little dispute of it, but the next day you got to forget about it, start over like it never happened. Because remember, you have to talk to them every day. There's no way you can hold any grudge to any of them. You just got to work it out and keep going. Because remember, you get mad and you just walk away, you're not doing your job. You can get mad and then somehow try to forget about it and continue talking to them and trying to find the solution for anything that they have any questions. For what I think, the project manager cannot get mad. You just need to find a solution. Bottom line, you just need to separate your emotion from work. That's the only way you become a good project manager.
1 to 6 inches on center, stagger 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Either we put in regular 6, the one we normally use.
No, unless
Unless you go 5.
solid cap and inch in.
Because that box is not going all the way down to the curve.
¿No habían dicho ellos que lo podíamos mover más para enfrente? So we came back to their screw and they're starting to do it. The drain pit. Eventually we're gonna put a 6-inch pipe from that point over there where the cleanup is all the way to the street. And then we gotta call the city, pass inspection, and then we can continue doing the rest of the job. What Caesar was talking about to me about the there's supposed to be a trampoline here. Then we're trying to figure it out how part is going to be from the steps. And we got drainage pipe going in here that we need to figure out to leave it there or move it a little bit. That's what we need to talk to the homeowner and see if he wants us to align it closer over here, give it a couple more feet apart from the concrete steps. So that's what we were talking about, trying to get a game plan for tomorrow for that. So finally, it's the end of the day. We went through our job site, talked to everybody, make sure everybody's happy and they have what they need. Sometimes you do that and then you go back to one of the sites. And what it was planned at the beginning, they do the opposite. That's when stuff goes wrong. So it's my responsibility to acknowledge it, see the problem, fix it, and make sure to talk to them, not get angry, and just look at it and find the solution for the next day. Bottom line, you just need to separate your emotion from work. There's always a way out. There's always a way to fix problems. Just don't get mad. Don't do anything ridiculous. Just take it calm and go back to the next day. So remember, at the end of the day, you just want to get the job done. So just do the right thing. All right, so see you next time, okay?